is ready for the horn?
I got the horn here.
Oh, you got the horn?
Yep.
Okay. So you got?
2 minutes. 2 minutes to game time.
2 minutes.
So how do I get in on this?
Once you're ready to go, which one you wear?
Oh, that's a.
This is
It's
one.
just the screen protector though.
Oh, that's good.
Sorry?
This is one.
Okay.
This one.
That's
So
the main one?
these ones.
Or does it matter?
All right, lacrosse fans, good afternoon. Welcome to Willoughby Field here in the township of Langley. We are live on YouTube here for the Pacific Coast Lacrosse Pro All-Star Game. Tyler Pace with me here. I am Jake Elliott. Tyler Pace going to be on color commentary. You, of course, know these players oh so well, Tyler Pace. Just talk about the day that we've had here so far and what we can expect to see here today.
Sure. So we've got our Pro D Jamboree. This is our second year doing it. We decided to bring some recruiters out, so we got 7 schools represented here. We've got our 22 best players on the blue team versus the next 22 best players on the white team. We got an all-star game here to represent what BC Lacrosse is all about.
So all these kids looking to take it to the next level, and some Div 1, some Div 2 coaches on hand here as well. Tuscola, Seton Hill. I know you got Canisius all represented here to watch this game that is now underway. Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. A couple of long poles facing off here is a possession call right off the bat. Push on the back. And what should we go with for names here, Tyler Pace? We should go Pacific Coast, and for Team White?
We'll just go. You want to just go blue versus white?
Let's do that.
Yeah, blue versus white's better.
All right, so blue in possession. As they'll go with an open set here to start the proceedings. And let me know if I get any name pronunciations wrong here, Tyler. There's Doughty. So patience here to start this one. And now we'll get the drive off the wing. And good defense to deny that alley dodge. As they'll reset on the left wing now. And good slide help. That coming from Atkinson. Ball in behind the cage. And a bit of a drop there off the feed. As Drew Andre wearing number 20 here in blue. And Andre, a very prominent name here in British Columbia. His father, the president of the Maple Ridge Burrards, in attendance to watch this one. And we probably should note here, Tyler Pace, we are field level here at Willoughby Field, so not the greatest vantage point for a broadcast or our camera view, but we hope you enjoy the proceedings here today. As here's Dowdy on the drive. Good face dodge. Double comes. Ball loose on the deck. And cleaned up nicely. Here comes the clear for Team White. And almost a turnover there, but good hands from Joey Cote. Now up ahead to Chernoff on the go with the long stick. One more. And our opening goal, a bounce shot from Tristan Kirkham. Opens the scoring 1-0 Team White. Good clear, good execution on the fast break, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, it all starts with defense. You get a good stop defensively. Blue had the ball for almost 2 minutes there. You know, you get the ball back, clear it up real quick transition shot, and takes a good player to finish a shot like that.
That can be a little disheartening for a team that controlled and possessed the ball for as long as they did to come up with a quick turnover and then have one end up in the back of their goal that quickly.
Yep, it's never good, but it's part of our game transition, and it's becoming more prominent, so you guys got to be ready.
Back to the center stripe. Ted Baranier, one of the officials here. We'll call another procedure call, and it'll be Team Blue. What do we see there, Tyler? I didn't quite pick up that call.
It might have got stuck in his stick there. A newer rule in lacrosse for field lacrosse, when the ball gets stuck in the stick on a face-off, the possession will be changed. We've decided to go a lot with the American rules today, just because that's what they're going to be playing in college, and that's what our college scouts are going to be recruiting for.
That's just smart. It's smart right there, Tyler Pace. As all penalties should be noted as well. All penalties here today will just be a 45-second violation, regardless of the infraction. And what are we playing here? 2 20-minute running halves?
2 30-minute running halves.
Okay. Now Team Blue, Andre handcuffed his man there in OB, and the turnover comes here to Team White, and they might have another break opportunity. As in comes Tanner Wong, finds the man down the middle, and a high shot into the back of the goal. And Tyler Pace, you can let me know how to pronounce that one. Zach
Kyriathesis.
Kyriathesis. That is a mouthful right there, ladies and gentlemen. A nice shot as he fills up the back of the net. 2-0 Team White now. And feel free to chime in here on any of these players, Tyler. I know you've spent a lot of time with all of these kids. How did you come up with the selection here for the All-Star game?
So we based our selection off of training sessions that we've had already this fall. So the teams were basically predetermined before the tournament started. That's just so that we could have the game on the Friday, get all the coaches watching, and have the most people in attendance here.
And we'll talk a little bit about the Pacific Coast Lacrosse program as we move along here. As it's Jake Elliott, Tyler Pace with you on just an absolutely gorgeous day. Not a cloud in the sky. What do you say temperatures up near around 20 right now, which is about 70 degrees for you folks down south. Compared to what we saw last year, Tyler, in a day that was about as miserable as you can get. You couldn't ask for a better day of lacrosse here today.
Yeah, I don't know. We got the lacrosse gods watching us today, so we're fortunate.
Team White with the turnover as it sailed over the head of Bo Chetner. A 6-footer out of Penticton, younger brother of Jean-Luc, I would have to imagine.
Yep, he's a good player. He's a 2018 grad, but the way that the Americans run their school system, he's still eligible to be recruited, so we got him out and playing in our interior team.
And this is really the kind of hot time, if you will, for the recruiting trail for a lot of those Div 1 and Div 2 schools to find players like this. And this program, along with the one over on the island, just excellent avenues for these coaches to come in and locate talent.
Right, and I feel that the BC players a lot of the time are under-recruited. Colleges spend a lot of their time out east recruiting Ontario teams, and so it's nice to get some coaches out here, and hopefully we can build a pipeline with a lot of other coaches moving forward.
I think putting the game live and online will help that cause as well. And once they get a look at this weather, this facility out here in Langley, I think it's going to be too hard to convince coaches to come west instead of east when you see weather like this.
Yeah, I mean, we got very lucky. It's tough to beat British Columbia.
Beautiful BC,
yeah,
indeed.
Beautiful BC.
There's Caden Dowdy, who's had a lot of touches here early. A feed down low, a weak bounce shot just goes wide on the short side. But good hustle there from Andre to get to the end line and maintain possession here for Team Blue. Stuart Chernoff, another good bloodline family from Coquitlam. Number of lacrosse players coming up through the ranks. As again, it's 2-0 White, but the possession has been largely here with Team Blue. Now talk about the offense that Pacific Coast Lacrosse likes to run here, Tyler.
Yeah, so for this game in particular, we just let the kids play because they're fairly unfamiliar with each other. But in our regular team offense, we have a 4-man perimeter, and we dodge, draw slides, and then basically swing to the open man. It's not very complex, and once the kids figure it out, it's like the back of their hand.
Another good run from Caden Wong to Claire. And Team White will go to work on offense. Tyler Kralj wears 2 and got the matching gear for Pacific Coast Lacrosse. Been around the academy for a while now, it looks like, Tyler.
Yeah, we've got, I'd say probably 25 guys out here that are on Pacific Coast Lacrosse playing in this all-star game. So they get all the helmet, the gloves, the hoodie, sweats, shorts. They get all the swag.
Now, how long has the program been around for now?
So this is our second year. We started with 1 U18 team last year, and we've bumped up to 6 teams total this year. So we're growing fast. We want to basically help as many kids as possible get to schools and accomplish their dreams.
I think that's absolutely fantastic. As Chernoff at X, we'll move it quickly. This is Sheehan Davies on the skip feed. Outside shot, good stop. Down low. Team White keeper. And can't quite pick up a number, Tyler Pace. You can let me know who that is.
Yeah, that's Brian Simmons. He's Team BC goalie. He's been playing Team BC for a few years now. Academically, he's phenomenal, and he's a guy that I see making it big time in lacrosse.
Younger, smaller, reactionary goalie. As White with the 2-0 lead, hard feed and a little ambitious there, but could stop in behind to keep it in play. As the righty switches to the left, and now a rollback dodge. Good defense shown by Sheehan Davies with the short stick. Now Joey Cote. Feed knocked down in front. Ball on the deck. And one of your bigger long pulls there in blue, Conrad Sequeric, big-bodied, as he makes the clear.
Conrad's, he's actually a 2020 grad, and he's playing up for us with our 2019 group because we just feel not only is he physically imposing, but he gets the game as well. So he's a good player, and he's another guy that's going places.
Looks to be ready for the next level, no doubt. Liam Sear. He'll make a quick feed inside. And there's a good turn and burn as that finds the top corner, and Blue on the board. There's a nice little question mark, and then pop the shot right up under the bar.
Yeah, that's Eric Versalius, lefty out of Coquitlam. He's big box guy. We picked him up this year for field, and he's the box guys here, they seem to pick up the game a little bit faster, and so whenever we can attract those box across first players, we find that they become very successful in the field game.
Favorite player, Reese Dutch, the all-time Vancouver franchise leader in points and at a Stony Brook University for Dutchy. There's Ben Stewart now, 6'2" out of New Westminster. Another prominent hotbed of lacrosse here in British Columbia. As he'll start the offense here with a right-handed dodge. The help comes, good swim move, Stewart. And good stop in tight, or that to go wide is our first flag of the afternoon. It'll be a push on the back with possession. And it'll be our first look at a man-up offense here for Team White. What are they going to run man up wise, Tyler?
I'm going to imagine they're just going to run a 3-3, try to draw man, dump, take the open shot. Again, they haven't played with each other before, so it's just a pretty basic system for new guys to run.
And that really is a challenge in an all-star game, to try and get some cohesion and chemistry right off the bat with players that you've never really played before with. That can always be a real challenge.
It's a challenge. I think it would be more of a challenge if they weren't the all-stars. You know, they're capable of figuring it out pretty quickly. That's why they're in this game, and so they should be able to adapt regardless of who's on the field with them.
So now all the teams from around the afternoon have taken to the sidelines here to watch this all-star game. Good kick stop there by the Team Blue goaltender. And that's Kevin Sobey. Maybe talk about him, Tyler Pace.
Yeah, Kevin's another Team BC guy. He's committed to Cleveland State. He just went on his official visit, so he's got big plans for college, and you know, one of our D1 commits, so it's always nice to have those guys leading your program.
And his favorite player, Bo's older brother, Jean-Luc Chetner. It's kind of strange, a goaltender picking an offensive player as his favorite player, if you can stay with me through that one.
Yeah, I sent out that thing asking the players who their favorite guys were, and I think some of them said our coaches' names just to maybe get them some more playing time, but
never hurts.
Yeah, it never hurts.
That's just smart right there. That's what that is.
Exactly.
Back to the center stripe here in the first half as man-up goal from Team White makes it 3-1. Get your score updated, Tyler Pace.
There it is.
And Team White will win possession. William Chernoff on the run through the middle. He's tracked down by Sheehan Davies from behind, and White will settle. Kyle Brunch wearing number 11 in white. To Declan Kingston in 20. And pass off the tip of the stick there. Stays in play, but quick to pounce and get the turnover as he finds Sobey back in his crease. And Team Blue will start the clear now. And nice job from Sheehan Davies, who's running well here in this opening half.
Yeah, Caden's sort of a Swiss Army out there. He takes face-offs. He plays pretty decent offense. He plays good defense. Can clear the ball, runs like the wind.
Kind of like yourself, Tyler Pace.
More importantly, though, I think that what he does is tries to do everything he can to help the team win rather than get himself assists or goals or defensive stops. He plays within the system, and that's really what's more important than anything.
Shot right on. Easy stop there, though, for Sobey, right in the breadbasket. As White really looks to be the team that wants to push transition more so than Team Blue here so far.
Yeah, Blue's been settling it down, getting into offensive sets and drawing slides. I don't think there's a problem with either way that the teams are playing, as long as they keep getting good looks.
Caden Wong with an active long pull. Knocked it free a couple of times. Bishop, though, will maintain possession. Moves it to Andre. He'll load up, fake the shot. And good patience to keep possession here and work for that good open look. Will it come here? It will, but it's off the post. And takes a left turn to the far sideline, and Blue, first to it, will hang on to possession.
For Salius again inside there on the shot. His game reminds me a little bit of Chris Kluche. Big burly lefty.
High praise. Short and stocky.
Yep.
And easy to pick out with that bright yellow head over there for Silius. Into a double, into a triple. Ball comes loose. And White a little overzealous there. Rode Andre into the crease. Didn't realize he didn't have possession anymore. And Blue will get it back here in the stick. Stuart Chernoff. Ben Spare. That's a tough last name for a lacrosse player, Tyler Pace.
He's no spare, though. He's a good player. He's a big physical guy.
He's a starter out there. There's a good shot to the short side. As Blue answers back, that had some heat on it. Was that number 21, Trevor Funk, up and comer?
Yep, Trevor. I think he's with the Coquitlam junior team. Maple Ridge guy, and
played on some Indigenous teams as well, coming up through the ranks.
Yep.
For Trevor Funk. Very talented. Appeared at the Founders Cup for the Junior B Adnax last year as a youngster, and will surely be into the Junior A ranks in the near future for Trevor Funk.
Yeah, Trevor's got a bright future. He's a good kid and
very crafty.
Works hard. Yeah, exactly.
Face off, clean win there for the long pole, Liam Chernoff. So you actually got two Chernoffs in this game. Liam on defense for Team White, and then Stewart on offense for Team Blue.
Yep, the Chernoff twins.
I gotta imagine Igor is mingling around here at the field somewhere. And then they got older brother Trevor as well.
Yep, Trevor.
So
played in Langley, I believe.
Yeah, full family of lacrosse players for the Chernoffs. From the wing, good shot over the top. Better stop from Sobey. Big rebound up for grabs here. And always want to communicate on these ground balls. Don't hear much of it now, but in comes a hard hit. The ball will go out of bounds, and they'll say White possession. Good battle for that loose ball. Long outside shot, easy handle there. And another big rebound. You like to see your goaltender kind of control those outside long shots a little better than that, Tyler.
Yeah, you want him to be able to control it, but first and foremost, you want him to save it. So as long as he's doing his first job, everybody else can take care of it if there's a rebound.
Ball to the end line, and not able to save it there. Should be blue ball, and it is. And it's a pretty good defensive stand there from Team Blue. Now, when did the activity start this week, Tyler? How long have you guys been out? Just today, and does it go through the weekend? How many sessions have these guys had so far?
Sure. So this tournament, we call it the Pro D Jamboree, and that refers to provincial-wide professional day. So every kid out here has the whole day off school, which is a perfect time to play some lacrosse instead of Fortnite.
Well done.
And
okay.
we go until tomorrow, so we end tomorrow afternoon so that the kids are still able to play for their club teams on Sunday for regular league schedule. Our guys have practiced 7 or 8 times already. We've played in a couple exhibition games. We've been out there for the last 3-4 weeks preparing for this event, and then our U18s will be traveling to Baltimore, the Autumn Gold Showcase in Towson, Maryland.
So that's the next stop for the Pacific Coast Lacrosse Club, Baltimore, Maryland.
Yep.
Feet in front, off the mark. There's a turnover. And here we go with Lestage. Oh, had a man in behind in Wheaton who just couldn't quite make the catch, but a push on the back here. We'll give it back to Blue. And Baltimore is such a fun town to visit. They actually have like lacrosse specific, all sorts of things, clothing stores, establishments, drinking places, if you will. Just a fantastic lacrosse town all around in Baltimore.
Yeah, they've got a very big hotbed for lacrosse. A lot of rich families live there, and lacrosse is sort of an expensive sport, so it kind of caters to them.
Lax World back in the day.
Yep, Lax World, exactly. And then they've got the schools. They've got Hopkins and Loyola and Towson, University of Maryland. So
Hall of Fame there as well.
Right. So Maryland is really the hotbed for college lacrosse, and then because of that, it's the hotbed for youth lacrosse as well.
And I imagine teams from all over North America will show up for that tournament.
Yep. So they get something like 100 teams there. They have 300 college coaches that are in and out throughout the weekend.
Wow.
So it's a pretty incredible experience, and it's where our kids need to be if they want to make it to the next level.
Very cool. Should probably get a score update here for you. It's been a while. 3-2 Team White, which doesn't seem right to me for some reason. I think we're a little higher than that.
It's probably not right, but I've been trying my best.
It is an all-star game after all. Right now it's Team Blue in possession. This is Trevor Funk on this near side as a lefty. And how much, as a Canadian guy, Tyler, are you working with these guys to develop their offhand? As we know, Canadians predominantly dominant with one hand, left or right. I know the American guys kind of like players to work on both, but as we've seen over the years with more and more Canadians making their way to play Div 1, there's not a lot of switching hands for those Canadian guys. How much time do you spend on both disciplines?
To be honest, I don't spend much time at all. My theory is that you'd rather be phenomenal with one hand than average with two hands. And as long as you can make that one hand really, really good, then you're going to be able to do different things than what an American can do.
Totally agree with that. Another settled possession here. Jacob O'B. High shot over the cage. Backup is there for Isaac Swan. Did we just get a clock on call there, Tyler?
We shouldn't have.
Okay. Thought I heard one. Isaac Swan with the flow. And no drive available there, so he'll move it. Now Trevor Funk has thoughts of dodging. Roll, shot, goal. And that is pretty to watch there from Trevor Funk, as he just took his man to school and then slotted it home with the underhand.
Yeah, Trevor makes big plays in big game situations, and that's why he's going to be successful at the next level, because that added pressure gets to kids sometimes, and we're trying to mold them so that, you know, the pressure of playing in front of coaches or playing on a high-level team doesn't get to you as much.
And you can really see the difference in guys that want the ball in those situations. They go to it, they demand, they want to be the guy that takes the drive and takes the big shot when the opportunity is there.
Right, yeah, and you see guys come out of BC all the time, and they're sort of the stars on their team in college, and that's because of that mentality that you're talking about, that win-or-go-home mentality that we seem to have.
Brian Simmons into the game. His favorite player, probably the best goaltender on the planet, and Dylan Ward. He might be somebody asked me about who is the best lacrosse player in the world right now. My answer was Dylan Ward, because I think he's the best goaltender at box lacrosse. I think he's the best goaltender at field lacrosse. And he plays lacrosse. That makes him the best player in the world, in my opinion.
That's a
You're second, though, Tyler Pace. You're number two.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I like Zach Courier's game. He's my number one in the world right now.
Very well-rounded game for Zachary. Just a winner.
He's a winner, exactly.
Good backhand shot there, but a stop from Simmons. There's a little trapping on the back of his cage. And a slow clear here. Let's watch the ride from Team Blue. As I'll let the goaltender come up through the middle. You got a philosophy on your rides and clears here for Pacific Coast, Tyler?
So we like to just get the ball to the midfielders on the clear. Let them run it out as a defensive riding situation. You just want to take up space, as much space as possible, and just try to turn them back and keep it in the defensive end as long as possible.
A touchy slash there in a sensitive area for Logan Wright. No worse for the wear as Blue back to work on offense here. I believe we are tied 3-3 now. By the way, we'll check the Twitter feed here at halftime. If you got anything on your mind, there's a bounce shot posting in. Right on the doorstep, puts Blue in front now. Update your score, Tyler Pace. There you go. As Blue in front for the first time here this afternoon now, 4-3. That might not be the official score. That's the score we're going to go with from now moving forward.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. But yeah, we'll check the Twitter feed at halftime. You got anything on your mind you want to pass along our way? You can find Tyler Pace. You're not a big Twitter guy, but you're on there at tpace01, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not much into Twitter, but
Okay.
I'll be
Pacific Coast Lacrosse got a Twitter handle?
there. Yeah, that's Pacific.Coast Lacrosse.
Okay. And you can find me, probably know by now, at PXP4Sports. PXP the number 4 Sports. If you got anything you want to share with us, check it at halftime, and who knows, maybe you get a shout out on the air here in the second half. It's an absolutely gorgeous day for lacrosse here as we're in the first half. Team Blue in front, looking to add to it. And Jacob O'Bee out of Victoria put it high. Another one of your teammates, his favorite player, Tyler Pace, Curtis Dixon.
Yeah, Curtis Dixon's actually coaching the white team today.
Okay.
And then we've got Connor Robinson on the opposing bench with the blue team.
Curtis Dixon, a standout at Delaware. And Connor Robinson down at High Point. As another goal for Team Blue. Who do we have there, Tyler Pace? I missed it.
That was Andrew Bishop, I believe, New S product. Righty attackman. He was playing midfield there. We like to get our guys playing as many positions as possible to show their versatility.
What was that about?
Halftime.
Okay.
Clock's on. Halftime. We're done for the half.
It is halftime here from Willoughby Field in Langley, British Columbia. This is the Pacific Coast Pro D Jamboree right here on YouTube, brought to you by Pacific Coast Lacrosse and Pure Vital Labs. Let's get them in there as well. Halftime here. Team Blue is in front. We'll take a short break, and we're right back with more lacrosse action here in mere minutes. Stick around. All right, lacrosse fans, welcome back here to Willoughby Fields. Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. We're underway in half number 2 here between Team Blue and Team White of the Pacific Coast Lacrosse All-Star Game. It's Jake Elliott, Tyler Pace with you. And 5-3, Team Blue your score as they get opening possession here of half number 2. And a few tweets coming in. You got to text yourself, Tyler. A lot of people enjoying this game here from around North America, I would imagine, right here on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. It's pretty entertaining, pretty evenly played opening half there.
Yeah, it's always nice to see an even game rather than one team just blowing the other team out.
You never know with all-star games. That can easily happen. So it looks like you did a nice job of picking some equal talent here for both sides. Andrew Bishop with a nice roll. Bishop back to the right, and he scores. Didn't really use his best shooting angle there, but did go with the righty and found the upper portion of the goal. 6-3 now for Team Blue. Nice individual effort there from Bishop.
Yeah, that's his second goal in a row. He had one to end the half there. Start the half with another one. Just a couple good plays, good hard takes to the front of the net, and it's pretty easy to score when you're 5 feet in front of the net when it's 36 feet wide.
36 feet wide.
36 square feet, is that how you say it?
I'm not sure.
6 by 6.
There you go. 36 feet wide would be
pretty wide.
Extremely big, yeah. I could maybe score on a goal that size, Tyler. Maybe.
I've seen you play. I think you could do it.
Here's Drew Kask. Let's see, where's number 5 in white waiting on this near wing. The dodge coming from Brunch as he gets through a double. And inside, another good double here by Blue, but hanging on to that ball. Kirathesis. Is that right?
Zach Kiriathesis.
Kirathesis. Kiriathesis.
Seethes.
Zach just scored a goal. Let's just say that. It was a nice one as he beat about 3 Blue defenders, and it's been a while since Team White has got one to go. An important goal for them as they get back within a couple now.
Yeah, I think Zach's got 2 goals as well now. Putting on a show for his white team here.
Out of Delta. Been playing lacrosse for 9 years now. As Blue won the draw, but White comes up with the loose ball. And nice job to find an open man from Nash Moog. Another guy out of Penticton. Starting to see more and more players come out of the interior area of British Columbia, which is about 4 to 5 hours east of our location now, Tyler. But it's been an area, and of course that's where Jean-Luc Chetner, one of your partners, is from, identifying some talent up there to come down here.
Yeah, so we decided to bring our program to the interior this fall, and we've got some pretty good talent up there. It's still building. We're still young in the interior, but as things go, the players and the development and everything will grow with it.
So Blue, after giving up the goal, will go back to work. And Forsilis, who's been prominent here for Team Blue, stand on this near wing. This is Trevor Funk, who had one in the opening half. Nice split dodge there. Lost the ball at the last second. Again, for these short sticks driving, you always want to see them go up against a short stick, but the long poles have done a nice job when and where to double these guys on the drive.
Yeah, we've got a smart group of long poles out here. They know when to double, they know when to slide, like you said, and when that's the case, the ball gets on the ground more often than not.
White back to work. Almost a Port Moody bounce pass. Not quite. As Drew Cass took it off the turf here at Willoughby. As we are just off to the south of the Langley Event Center, and a long outside shot on the run from Ben Stewart gets through. And maybe the goaltender would like to have that one back.
Yeah, I think he would, but Ben also shoots the ball pretty dang hard, so it's tough to get an eye on it right away. Ben's one of our he's one of our top middies in the program right now, and there's a bright future for him as long as we can get him to talk a little bit more. It's like pulling teeth from a baby, trying to get him to speak.
It's such a skill that's maybe, I would consider it underrated, but the communication aspect of playing lacrosse, particularly on defense, is so paramount and crucial to being successful. But it's one of those things to try and get that out of a kid if he doesn't have that in him, may be the hardest thing to coach.
Yeah, I agree. I think defensively it's obvious that you want to be able to communicate and talk through slides and switches and all of that stuff. But I think it's equally as important on offense, just to be able to talk through a set, explain where guys need to be, ask questions while you're out there.
Where the help is,
exactly,
when you're open.
where the help is, correct, yeah. And we kind of tell our guys, look, talk as much as you can, because even if the defense knows what you're doing, they still have to stop you.
Good stop in tight there from the team blue goaltender. Makowitz. Am I saying that one right, Tyler?
I think it's Makiewicz, yeah.
Makiewicz.
One of our interior guys.
Out of Vernon. Cooper Gettle into a double and ball free. Matt Atkinson jarred it loose, couldn't come up with the loose. Or the ground ball. I suppose I should convert to my field lacrosse lingo here this afternoon. It's been a while. I guess probably since the 2016 U19 World since I called the field lacrosse game, Tyler Pace.
This is your first. This is pretty good.
It's been a while.
Company.
Yeah. I don't get a chance to do as much as I would like, obviously, but with more events like this, you just never know.
Yeah, we'll get you out here.
Yeah, maybe I just hop on board with the Pacific Coast. I'll head to Baltimore with you.
That'd be great.
So White on offense, down a couple. They were running well in that opening half. We haven't seen a whole lot of transition in half number 2 quite yet. There's another hard shot, and my goodness. Impressive to watch from Ben Stewart. As he goes sidearm high and right up under the crossbar for his second straight.
Yeah, he's going to be a nightmare matchup for midfielders in the college level.
Just sorry, I'm getting a bit of a chuckle as I'm looking at some of these players' favorite players as they've listed them down here for us. Noah Armitage, Ben Stewart's favorite player. I'm not exactly sure who that. Maybe is he one of the players here at your academy?
So Noah is actually he's another one of our players in the program.
Okay, I thought that might be the case, but we have some other good submissions here, and Serge Salcido. Yep. Bill O'Brien is on the list, believe it or not. Rory Smith. So some pretty good names. I'm just looking. I do see one Tyler Pace on there. Reese London. You might want to get him on the starting lineup.
Oh,
Tyler Pace.
Yeah, he's got the brownie points for sure.
Okay. Bill O'Brien. Shout out to the Thrill. As Team Blue will go back to work on offense here. It's Jake Kelly, Tyler Pace with you. This is the Pacific Coast Lacrosse All-Star Game here from the Pro D Jamboree. Versilis protecting. And I know we got a couple other sponsors on board here for the broadcast, Tyler Pace. We should probably get a mention in for Pure Vita Labs. I know you're a big part of those guys. Extreme Threads is on the scene. Epic Canada Lacrosse is here as well. Anybody else we need to get in there?
I think Tim Hortons is the other big one. They
Okay.
sponsored all of our waters today. But yeah, PVL and Extreme Threads, what they do for the game in this province is pretty remarkable, and with their help, lacrosse is just going to continue to grow big time.
So a big thanks to them and a big thanks to you for tuning in here today. Hopefully you've enjoyed the contest so far. As we now have a 7-6 Team Blue lead. Team Blue up ahead.
Team Blue's up.
All right.
Yep.
I don't have my usual graphics and monitors surrounding me here, Tom.
Yeah, we're a low budget broadcast here.
I don't mind it. I'm having a good time, man. It's nice, clean. Team White's done a nice job in the face-off dot. As Liam Chernoff drawing with the long stick, and now he wants to move one down to the crease. One extra, good pass. But an outside shot following up. Drew Kask letting it fly. And looking like his favorite player there. Opposite hand, mind you, the mailman Mark Matthews, your former Denver Pioneer teammate.
Yeah, Mark's a pretty remarkable player, and
He might be my favorite player. Next to you, of course. And I can't remember who. Dylan Ward, of course, yeah.
So I'm now number 3, moving down slowly.
But I
surely.
mean, to watch Mark Matthews do what he does on either whether it's the field or the turf indoors, it's insane to watch how talented that guy is.
And he's a good guy. You'd never know if you talk to him off the floor. You'd never know how good he really is until you see him play.
Yeah. Special. This is Trevor Funk. He's got the Adnat colors on the head of his stick. And behind the goal now. Lefty drive. And they'll reset. Sheehan Davies. Good dodge inside. Collapsing defense. Still got the shot off, but wide of the target. Good effort there from Keegan Allen. Another one of those interior products. It's interesting. You see guys, some guys got the leggings on, some guys going tank tops, some guys going shirts underneath. It is just a gorgeous day out here and pretty much perfect weather for a lacrosse game.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than this.
And unable to spin that one in was Isaac Swan. In his 11th year of playing lacrosse. Blue with a long possession here. Liam Sear. Another one of your teammates, Wes Berg. His favorite player. Guy's got some good selections down here.
Yeah, we've actually got our coaching staff at Pacific Coast is Curtis Dixon, Wesley Berg, Christian Del Bianco, Jean-Luc Chetner, Connor Robinson, Kyle Sorensen. So we're pretty loaded in the coaching department. And
I would say.
It gives the kids something to look forward to when they come to practice.
Learn from the best here at Pacific Coast Lacrosse. Keegan Allen. Isaac Swan, who's been driving a lot from X. Good pass there. Tips off a stick. Here's the shot. Kick, stop. No, it's into the back of the goal. Just got past the Team White goaltender and Connor Nichols. Very close to a save there, but shot goes in and Blue up by 2 now. Update that score, Tyler Pace. You got it.
I think I did it.
Oh, 8-7.
8-7.
Okay. I'm the one that's wrong on that stuff.
That's probably the first time that's happened, though.
Yeah, there goes the perfect broadcast. I still have, in 18 years, I've yet to have one. So the streak continues. So after the All-Star game, what comes up next for these guys this weekend?
So the guys finish their round-robin play, and then tomorrow is championship day. So we've got a couple crossover games, and then the gold medal games in every division.
And if fans are in the local area, what time is championship game tomorrow?
I believe it starts at around 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay, so if you're listening in the lower mainland, you want to come out and check out some top-notch high school lacrosse, we are just south of the Langley Event Center here at Willoughby Field in Langley. And you got Mama Pace over there with firing up the grill. You got the burgers going. What else you got over there? I got to check that out on my way out here.
We've got some merchandise for sale. We've got some raffle baskets, loony sticks. We've got the desserts that my mom baked. We've got burgers that have been, grilled from one of our athletes' families. They decided to come get their volunteer hours in for high school and cook some burgers for everybody. So we've got it all.
Team effort.
It's a team effort, exactly.
I can vouch for Sandy Pace's desserts. That is worth the trip to Langley just for those, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's her specialty. She loves doing it, and she makes a pretty good product too. And I get to be the tester, which is never a bad thing.
Maybe for the waistline, but you're doing okay.
Just as long as I keep playing.
There you go. That's the trick, man. Like you can eat as much as you want as long as you're playing, but if you keep eating the same way after you're done playing, that's when you run into trouble like I did. Here's a double. Good stop. Flexing up that shoulder was Makiewicz. So he takes one away from Tyler Kralsh. So really the goal here at Tyler Pace to, yes, get these kids to the next level, but each year here in October, you want to have and build this thing bigger and bigger each time around.
Yep. We're trying to get as many teams from the Pacific Northwest as possible to come up. We're trying to get Seattle and teams from Alberta, maybe even Oregon or California if they're willing.
And then more coaches and more teams coming to scout as well.
Exactly. Our goal is to try to make this one of the hotbed tournaments for college coaches to come to and recruit, similar to what Baltimore does on the East.
Well, I think you're well on your way to doing that. As good defense there from Blue. Can't quite come up with possession. As Bo Chetner will settle. Bo a righty, his older brother Jean-Luc a lefty sniper. That always helps in the lacrosse box, Tyler Pace, when you got your younger brother the opposite hand of you.
It helps even more when your younger brother's a goalie or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
But, yeah, no, it's nice that you get an even distribution, shooting left, shooting right. Can't ask for much more than that.
After the turnover, blue ball. And maybe numbers here for Team Blue. Bounce shot, scores. Nice shot on the run. Jacob O'B. Puts another one on the board for Team Blue. How much time we got left in the half, Tyler Pace?
We've got 10 minutes. No, 13 minutes. 13 minutes.
13 minutes to go here. Now 9-7 Team Blue. And a face-off win for Team White. And they've really dominated that area here today.
And such a big part of the game, face-offs. When you have one in Canada.
Who would you say your top two face-off guys are Pacific Coast?
Yeah, I'd say that we got Caden Sheehan Davies and probably Cooper Gettle would be up there as well. But we've got a lot of guys who come in and out and take face-offs and try to do as much as they can. I wouldn't say that we have necessarily a guy, like a Trevor Baptiste or T.D. Gerling who can take over a game just by face-offs. But we do have a couple good players that can also play lacrosse, which is a big bonus when you're being recruited.
And at this level, being the high school level and looking to get recruited, do you begin to slot these guys in real specific spots like long stick midi or, pure attackman, or do these guys switch from midfield to attack at all, or do they just focus on one specific thing?
Sure. So they when they register, they basically say, I'm an attackman, I'm a midi, I'm a defender, I'm a goalie, whatever. We try to watch them throughout the fall and put them in positions that we think as coaches will benefit them the most during the recruiting process. So if there's a midi who can play midi and attack, we'll let him do that. If there's an attackman who can play midi and attack, we'll let him do that as well, just to show the kids versatility, because you don't want to be one-dimensional when you're being recruited.
Absolutely. A hard drive off the ball, but again, Team White with the face-off win. A nice job there from Connor Ramage. We haven't mentioned a whole lot. Another one of those interior guys out of Penticton. Big body, 6'3", 190. In his 12th year.
Yeah, another one of those guys who he's a 2018 grad, but he wanted another shot at being recruited, and we have the capacity to make that happen. So he's got a lot of potential, a lot of upside.
And sometimes it's good for coaches to go looking for those older guys that still have full eligibility left.
Right, yeah, we're getting to a point now where we can start to compare to hockey a little bit. And a lot of the guys at universities in hockey.
Trevor Funk with another.
Are coming in out of juniors, so they're 21, 22 years old before they even step foot at the school. So we're trying to get to that point. And if that means taking guys who graduated a year earlier and giving them another opportunity, then we're willing to do that because their eligibility isn't gone.
And there's a lot of benefits to that, obviously. You're more mature. You're ready for an experience away from home. You're physically more ready to play a long college season. So there's a lot of benefits to being an older guy with still full eligibility.
For sure, all those things you listed, of course. And then it gives you an ability to, maybe attend a local college or university and take some credits there, maybe work, build up your bank account a little bit, so that when you go to school, maybe you got a couple credits under your belt, and you don't have to take as full of a course load while you're playing college lacrosse.
Lots of different avenues to get it done. We're in the back half of the second half now. And a tight one here in the Pacific Coast Lacrosse All-Star Game. And a real good crowd on hand here for a Friday afternoon, a Pro D day. That means no school here in the lower mainland of British Columbia. So a good chance for lots of youngsters and parents and fans alike to come out and check out some high school lacrosse. Good turn and rake there from Isaac Swan. He gets one low. Past Connor Nichols, who looks skyward when thinks that one he probably should have had.
Yeah, Blues starting to take over a little bit here. We got an 11-8 score.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest lead of the game now for Team Blue. A 3-goal spread, which is not that big, obviously, for fans of lacrosse. Speaking of big, Declan Kingston. Got him listed here, 6'1", 180. I don't know, Tyler Piss. He does not look 180 to me. I might want to step back on the scale here for Declan Kingston. Big body.
Big boy. Likes to eat. He's been eating the desserts and the burgers at the tent.
There you go. Kyle Brunch. Yeah, not a whole lot of time here for Team White to be running settled offense down 3. Yeah, that's a good chunk of time, but a little more urgency in the game here down 3.
Yeah, I think it's important at these events. When you're doing recruiting events, it's important to just play as if you would if the game was tied, if you're up, if you're down. Just continue to play the same way.
That's a good point.
So that the coaches see you in that team setting rather than just trying to give it to one guy and go to the net.
But on the flip side of that, I would also think good to see some situational play as well and how players react when they're in those situations, down a couple or up a couple late in the game.
For sure, and that's where you find the Westbergs of the world who want the ball in that situation and can take over a game in the last couple minutes.
Lacrosse. This is Kyle Brunch, who was denied on the last attempt and stopped again. And that might be a situation there. Maybe trying to do a little too much individually there for Brunch, but gotta like the gumption, trying to make it happen. And there's our first Port Moody bounce pass of the day, Tyler Pace.
2 in a row.
Oh, no, that one was a solid bounce pass. I'm not going to give him the Port Moody on that one. And Blue will maintain possession. Yeah, I got to get one in there. Absolutely. 6-1. Reverse play. Give me a time check, Tyler Pace.
We've got 5 minutes.
Into the stretch drive here. 3-goal lead for Blue, and they'll be patient here with it. Good backdoor cut. Couldn't handle the pass, and Nichols has it. You may see the dump truck rolling in behind the cage there. Is a lot of construction going on around the area here, Tyler Pace, and a brand new stadium, brand new turf field in the works here in Langley. It's going to be a beautiful facility when it's done, and maybe one day the Pacific Lacrosse All-Star game can fill that bad boy up.
That's the dream. You know, Langley's got an unbelievable facility here, and, you know, like you said, we're under construction. So whenever a place is under construction, it means they're just making it better, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a facility to call our own, and Langley's the perfect place to do it.
A place you spend your summers playing senior lacrosse now for the Langley Thunder. Former #1 overall draft pick in the Western Lacrosse Association. Only one guy can claim that each year. In my year, I was not that guy, Tyler Pace.
That's
Here's
all right.
Open man in front. And that's Kyle Brunch, who's been active here late in the second half. Finds the back of the goal and gets Team White within 2. I guess Calgary Roughneck training camp just on the horizon as well. What's the prospects looking like for the Riggers this season?
We made some moves in the offseason, and I think we've got a team that can really contend, and obviously Saskatchewan and Rochester are the top dogs right now, and Saskatchewan being in the West with us, they're kind of the team that we're trying to catch up to, and I think that the team we have this year might just put us over the top with them.
Some guys that you mentioned with Curtis Dixon and Christian Del Bianco, Wes Berg, part of your crew. Pretty good nucleus to build around there.
And then we made a move for another BC guy, Jesse King.
Yes, the natural.
Bulk up our left side a little bit.
Big fan of Jesse King's game. Former Ohio State Buckeye. So Blue up by 2 in possession here. We'll work some clock. As Isaac Swan has really been going to that move a lot and got a good look off, but a better stop there from Nichols. And he needed to make that one and did, and now the clear here for White. High feed is handled well at the center straight. There from Riley Hawes out of Victoria. And there's a quick strike from Team White, and they're within 1. We got a ball game here, Tyler Pace.
Yeah, I think it's 2, 11-9.
Oh, it's 11-10. It's a 1-goal game. As Nash Moog, 5'11", 175 pounds out of Penticton. And his favorite player, the Hopkins product, Joel Tinney, out of Orangeville, Ontario. The diminutive, shifty lefty. A big draw coming up here now. And ball will come out with White. Tristan Kirkham doing the job. That's a big possession here for his team as they try and tie the game here late in this second half.
They better move quick here. We got a minute.
60 seconds on the board. This is Ben Stewart. He's been one of the men here for Team White on the shovel feed, and he's got it. What do we do if we're tied after regulation?
We might just
Let's go to a shootout.
a shootout.
I think we got to go sudden death, though, don't we? We got to go. We got to give the team. We got to give the fans a winner here today. Next goal wins, Tyler Pace. Well, Tyler Pace letting the teams know. In fact, next goal wins here. Canadian-style rules at the Pacific Coast Lacrosse. Next goal wins. I like it. That's like Smith box style right there.
Yeah, it's nice. We just kind of make up our own rules as we go.
Why not? Here we go. Another face-off win. Tristan Kirkham. He's going to go for a run here with a lefty. Got the Team BC helmet on. Talk about Tristan Kirkham in his game, Tyler Pace.
Tristan was with us last year with Pacific Coast Lacrosse. He's a guy, strong lefty, play midfield, play attack. He takes face-offs. He can run wings. He kind of does it all, and he's a guy that can make big waves in the college level.
From right here in Langley via Peterborough. And you want to talk about a city producing top-flight players. Peterborough, Ontario is in that conversation. So White with a chance to win it here in essentially overtime. Next goal wins here. Is this the chance? Cooper Gettle. Inside feed. Low shot just wide. Now a race to the end line. Ball will stay in play. And Team White will reset. Gettle. Also a Langley product. Skip feed. Here comes the shot. Scores. And there it is. Bo Shetner with the winner. And that will be your final. Team White over Team Blue.
12-11.
12-11. What an awesome game, Tyler Pace. What an awesome event. And lots to be proud of here for you, for Pacific Coast Lacrosse. Sponsors, Extreme Threads, Pure Vital Labs. What a great day. What a great weekend. Thanks for having me to do this. SportsCanada.TV, who produced and streamed this. Fantastic day, man. Thanks a lot. What a great game. What a ton of great players out there. I hope everybody that watched here got a chance to see some top-flight lacrosse, and to the coaches involved and everybody. This has been great. Thanks a lot.
I appreciate having you out, and hopefully this thing continues to grow as big as I imagine, and BC and Pacific Coast Lacrosse is the place to be.
All right, that will do it for us. For Tyler Pace, for Jill, our camera operator, I've been Jake Elliott, and for the fastest game on 2 feet, and for the creator, have a good afternoon, everybody.